guys. So if you guys are watching this, you guys probably know I'm building a desk for the year. And I think I found the wood that I'm going to use. I think I'm going to get the poplar. The desk is complete. Let me tell you, putting this top together was a pain in the... So the wood that I got, right? I got 4 slats that were 4 feet or 48 inches by 6 inches. And as you can also see, I didn't really clean up the bottom of the desk because I'm not really worried about the bottom of the desk. Nobody's gonna look at the bottom. Although you guys are seeing the bottom of my desk that still has glue sitting there. But I'm alright with that. But because of the wood that I got was actually surfaced on 4 sides, it's actually a little less than 6 inches wide, because altogether this should have been 24 inches deep and it ended up going 22 inches deep, so I lost 2 inches. And then, but they are 4 inches or 48 inches long, so it's still 4 feet by 22 inches, which is perfectly fine. It's actually a pretty decent sized top, I think. And then these 2 pieces that I'm using for the stretchers, it was just, I think it was, I think they're 8 inches. I think it's, yeah, it's 4 feet by 8 inches, and then I just cut them in half and put them down here on the bottom. Yeah, and it worked out, I think it worked out pretty good actually. Works pretty good. They're nice and stable on here, not too much of an issue. The only problem is because I went with a thinner wood for the top here. I actually went with a 1/2 inch thick wood, and which is actually only 7/16, so it's actually a 1/16 less than a 1/2 inch. I had to glue the top pieces here together. I actually probably didn't have to glue them together, but I decided I wanted to glue the top because I wanted all one piece. As you guys see here, as I'm gluing this up, I had to stick pieces of wood. I had some larger pieces of wood that were oak. I set those on top. Also threw some weights on top of that. So that way when I was clamping it, that it would keep the desk flat and it wouldn't try to pull up on the edges. However, if you guys follow me on Instagram at all, you guys already got kind of a sneak peek at some of the stuff that I had to do for this thing. Like, I had to plane the crap out of this top. Alright, and then on top of having to plane it, I had to just orbital sand for like a day. I mean, because the hand planer that I was using, it wasn't like the one that has just like the flat blade on it where you just take off big chunks at a time. It's the one that's set up more like a cheese grater. You're taking off all these little pieces that are kind of set up different ways, so you just have all these. So basically, I had a bunch of these little lines all through the desk where it was taking off the high spots. And then I put coats of mid-wax polyurethane on here. What I did not notice was the mid-wax was only supposed to be a 1-coat application. I put 5 coats of polyurethane on the top of this thing. The desk is done. I was able to finish it just before I had to start working on my first assignment for my classes, so super geeked about that. So I was able to start working on my brand new desk, fresh desk for the new year. As you guys seen in my quick little intro here, this is my old desk, 2017 desk. I went with a completely different type of setup for this one. I went with wooden legs, so it has spindly mid-century modern style legs. The top is actually made of oak, and that's 1 inch thick, so it's a lot thicker, a lot heavier of a top. And that piece of wood right there I did not glue together. It was actually already pre-glued before I bought it, and it was already sanded or machined on 3 or 4 sides, so all 4 sides were already sanded so that it was flat. So when I got that piece, it wasn't warped, it was flat. Nothing I had to really do to it other than sand it down nice so that I could put a polyurethane coat on it. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm very big. Like I like natural looking wood. I like just putting a clear coat just so you can see the wood and what it looks like. But to stay a nice light, bright color. And then I also went with these black screws to kind of have some contrast to this. Now, what I'm also going to show you guys here in a second is actually the closet that is in this office. So this is the desk from last year. It's still being used though. My wife at times likes to sit at the desk up here instead of sitting down in the basement. I mean, who wants to work down in the dungeon, right? So she likes to use this desk, work off this, so I'm gonna leave this set up here for her. She also likes having 3 monitors. Because of her job, she has to have multiple things open at the same time. I actually personally like just working off 1 monitor. Sometimes 2 monitors is nice depending on what I'm doing. If I'm working on programming, 2 monitors are nice. But for when I'm like working on video, stuff like that, I like having 1 monitor. It's easier to stay focused on that one thing that you're trying to accomplish. This is like the 5th or 6th time I'm trying to record this. There's no music playing, but it's that late. I'm just going crazy. So, let's get over to the tech. Oh, this is part of a new segment that I'm doing. It's called Make It Mondays. Hopefully, one day a week, once a week, I'll be posting a video. One on Monday, the following week it'll be on Thursday, and then Monday, following week Thursday. Yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. I'm gonna try to stick to it as best I can. I'm a poet, didn't even know it? What the flip? Come on, let's get to this. Let's see if I can get my desk in here without busting a bunch of stuff up. See that? Fits right in there. I can even close the door. Also, a good thing about this setup here is that I have the acoustic foam panels down the basement. I could put those up on the wall to kind of help, you know, protect the sound, and it'd be good to go. Ultra wide, 25-inch. Now, I have an idea for my MacBook Pro. Don't know if this is going to work yet, but we're going to try it. Now, I don't actually have a mouse pad yet, so it's just getting a piece of cardboard. But it should work for now. This is just for like setting a book in. I'm gonna try to set my MacBook Pro in it, see how it turns out. Just leave it closed. Man, it actually works okay. Keyboard. We're good to go.